How you going out there, everybody? I hope you're okay. I hope you're doing all right. Just give me a mojo. There we go. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, we'll get rid of that. Let's give you a minute now. Let's go to the live screen here on the game on good old Streamlabs. Chat's ready. Let's get into it. So we're playing Grid, which is, excuse me, I quite don't mind Grid. So I think we'll go through here. We'll go the Super Tourer, Night Endurance, and then the good old trucks, Night Terrors. Oh, okay. And Euro GT. Then the Asian Tour Part 1, okay. Asian Tour Part 2. So I reckon we'll just do this strip, we'll see. Anyway, we'll see how we go. I don't want to be too late tonight. Like with wrapping up, because I've planning on, got some plans for tomorrow morning, so probably get rolling at about, get up at like, I don't know, 7:30, 7:45, I would suggest. But look, we'll do the usual. We'll go to about 10. See how we go. Awesome. Now, hot lap qualifying. Let's get into it. Ooh, this is interesting. In the dark. We'll see how we go. Oh, okay, the corner's all the way over here. Oh, this is... okay. That was slow. It's fair to say. Oh, okay, we're going up. Yep. Ah, it's a long one, except like back this is going to be rough. We did this race in the DPI last time. Well, this circuit the proper way, and it was I don't think the race didn't go very well, if I recall. Okay, well, like we're up. Okay, sure. I was trying to be cautious. Beautiful. Ooh. Ooh, that was rough. Okay, so I think we're about to get back onto the circuit proper. Yes, because I was having problems, I believe, with this corner. Okay. Anyway, look, we do... I'll see what the time is. 2:57.4, even though we got disqualified. I'll have a look to see what our time was, so... like how it compares. Was it 2:07.4? Oh, we would have got pole position. Easy! We got DQ'd. You know what? That's okay. That's okay. Doesn't matter.
Really
Patience. Kristen, what are your thoughts on tonight's event? We're just going to start the race. Why not? Here we are, back. Beautiful. with the almost like the Coca-Cola team in that colour scheme. Oh, Zoe Martin. Oh, Big Z. Demzo, scan on Cobber. We are starting at the back of the field because we got DQ'd in qualifying for cutting the second to last turn. Oh, Z, yeah. Good, you're alright. Good, you're going alright there, Squire. Patrick Callahan Jr. We got Robert Sanchez and other drivers. Just easy, easy, easy. Oh, this is what, four laps? Oh, this is going to take years. It's only the one race though in this championship or whatever you want to call it. It's only the one event, so I suppose fair enough being 4 laps. It's a bit of a slog round here. Hey, get off. We've got to catch Patrick Callahan Jr. And also get past PCJ. It's Cool Cat Cambodia. This corner here. Ooh. Oh no, we're off. We're done. We're out of it. That's... Oh, at least we're not last. Okay, we nearly are. May as well be. Archie Harris. Old Arch. Never fear. Archibald is here. Am I using tilt controls? No.
Let's take some places.
Tilt controls are a sham. Oh, okay, we're not a sham. But I did it, I think when I first got the PS4, I was like, wow, that's cool. And I like, gave it a go in, I don't know, some game, and I was like, yeah, nah. Or did they have tilt controls on the PlayStation 3? No, PlayStation 4, I think. It's when tilt controls became a thing. And I'd used them on some game, and I was like, whoa! Oh my! Oh no! He's already off the edge. Old PCJ. Patrick Callahan Jr. Let's get dance around the outside of whoever and... No. Okay. Oh no, I've got to get past old PCJ again. I don't like following too closely on this sort of circuit because you can't see. That's our teammate, old Nick Whitty. He's not completely awful, but... It's interesting because when I did the qualifying right, even though I got DQ'd, my time was like 2 seconds faster than the pole time, but I can't seem to be able to like get past cars in the race. But anyway, that's alright. We're not here to win, we're just here to have a jolly old time. And also win if we can. We're not all about winning, okay? We can come second. That's okay, right? But you know, some people can't handle that. Hey! That guy's savage. Archie Harris. Whoops. Zoe Martin. Any relation to old Ray, you reckon? Old big ZM? Right. How you doing, Gold Vegas? I don't know what I'm saying that for, but isn't the hockey team like the Gold something? I have no idea. The NHL team in, or soon to be, or soon, or starting, or something in Vegas. They're like something Gold, aren't they? I don't know what I'm saying. Las Vegas Golds. They should call them the casino chips. Or the Las Vegas Kazas. There you go. Golden Knights. I knew it was something to do with gold.
Last lap. Come on, let's have at least one more, please.
Let's see if we can. That was a rear end off that car. Let's see if we can get past these two cars, maybe, and finish 10th. I don't want to be an old Whittle. Are they an expansion team or a relocation? Because if they're an expansion team, would that mean that whatever division they're going in has an uneven amount? So then, like, a team would be on a bye every whatever week. Expansion. Okay. So is anywhere else going to get a team to like even that out? If that makes sense. Because let's just say their division has 3 teams or like 4 teams. Then Vegas comes in and then that makes it 5. So will they need another team elsewhere to sort of, so that I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm also trying to not crash whilst I'm trying to say whatever I'm trying to say. Like, because if you have an uneven number of teams, that means each week a team's going to be not playing. Whoa! Yes, Seattle getting a team next year. Okay. The Seattle Seahawks. What happened there? I must have hit a. Whoops! No. I must have hit a Well, this car's buggered. Look at it. I must have hit a I don't know, something. Anyway, whatever. We're going to finish last. We're doing okay, but we've completely loused it up. But as I said before, it's not all about winning. We're okay. It's okay if we finish second. Right? Some people are just obsessed with being number 1. But we can handle not winning a race. It's okay. It's going to be 32 teams then. Okay. Yeah, right. So it's currently 30, and Vegas will come in, or Vegas are in 31, and then Seattle next year 32. I think it was this year with the NBL, which is the Vegas started in 18. Okay. So that was season 18-19? Because the seasons run over the they don't run in a calendar year. Yep. So it's like a financial year for us. June 30th. Background, that's a financial year here. My team is the New York Islanders. I don't know how I decided on it, but with the NHL, I somehow settled on the Detroit Red Wings. I was almost going to say Pistons, but no, that's the NBA team. But Detroit. Red Wings are pretty good, yeah. It's interesting, you know, out for Detroit have got 3 teams. You know, they've got a team in each of the major... I was about to say the major series. We've got an NBA team. They're average. The NFL team is average. I don't know if they have a baseball team. But yes, the Red Wings are pretty solid. I suppose they, like up near, they're sort of up south, north, up near Canada. They'd get a bit of snow and be cold up there their winters, so they'd have opportunities to skate. But I mean, it seems, like, if you live in Las Vegas, you can't exactly just be like, oh, if you're a kid, go skating, or even get out in the snow. Which is, you know, winter sport in a not very wintry area is it's interesting to say the least. I know London is trying to join the NFL. Yeah, I have a problem with that too. Yeah. The London Governors in the NFL. Oh, right, Governor. See, here, when it comes to like football or rugby, New South Wales is that rugby is very popular there, so most of the rugby teams are from there. And then in regards to the AFL, well, Victoria is a very big AFL state, so most of the teams are based there. Commonwealth Games are fun to watch. So yeah, that's right. I don't know where they're supposed to be next. Oh, they were on the Gold Coast last time, I think. I like the Winter Olympics because the sports I find more unusual and maybe not necessarily interesting, and just a bit more unusual because we don't have, you know, bobsled, skiing, skating, curling. You know, I can't go down the road and curl or ice skate. I can roller skate. Or, you know, like the downhill slaloms and all that jazz. Random sports you never heard of. Yeah, exactly. I remember the first time I watched curling, I was like, "What? It's like lawn bowls right on ice. Like, this is ridiculous." They got a big stone, they slide, and then like a bloke brooms the ice. But it's quite strategic. But you think, oh yeah, people sliding rocks, like, yeah. But don't mind a bit of curl. Oh, slamming that wall, bruh. Skateboarding is going to be added. Yeah, they're going to add skateboarding. Is surfing going to get a run in the Olympics? I mean, they've got BMX. And they have like cycling, like road race and all that jazz. NASCAR. Maybe we should add NASCAR to the Olympics. The American team, Jeff Gordon would have to come out of retirement. No, this is my race. Lousted on the last turn. Anyway. Currently watching this on the RSL. Oh, Matt down the RSL class. Australia's so dominant in swimming, it's unreal. We've come a long way. Yeah, swimming's probably like the only sport we can do. Some of the track cycling we're decent at. But what are you doing down the RSL there, Matt? Hope you're going to have a flutter, are you? Actually, I've down to pub early. Had a counter meal. Had a steak with chips and salad, which is like default side. Chips and salad, bit of mushroom gravy. Had a flutter, won 400. Nice. As long as you didn't put 400 in the machine. Beautiful.
Hola, Havana. The Grid World Series is coming in hot.
Yeah. Now on the way back home, stop for a coffee.
And so have some of the races out there too. I've seen them post some
Ah. Oh no. I love how we call them pokies. It's a fun word. Oh, we've loused that up hard. You're on the pokies, Gav. Actually, our casino, yeah, pokies, yeah. Video slots. Pokies sounds more fun. Somebody we know actually used to work at the casino, and they used to like watch people, like watch the tables to make sure people weren't, counting cards and sort of that security sort of stuff they used to do. And then they ended up being one of the major cheeses there. Right, is this lap over yet? I imagine it would have to be close. Oh, okay, yep, there we go. Boom! I'm glad Aussie friends are having a fun. Yeah, it would have to be because if you poke. Poke the button on the machine. La da 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 da.
Hello and welcome to today's event.
Hello and welcome. What's that? Demon Tweets? Is that my sponsor? Whatever that is. Looks like I'm supposed to be like hot dogs or something. Old Oscar Mayer. As we go through the grid. That one there on the left should be like Monster Energy, maybe? I don't know what these blue ones here should be. I don't know. Ooh. Yeah, and we're like Demon. This should be... Charlie has been really getting into esports as well. Give me Weenie. Weenie Gav. Nah. On your Gav. A friend of mine... And she's very lovely. We went to school together. She used to work at Wendy's. And I remember I went there once and I got a chocolate ice cream off her. And I just wanted a small one. Except she absolutely overloaded the cone. Like put like 3 or 4 huge scoops on it. And we'd just been to a supermarket anyway, so I was pushing the trolley, and I licked said ice cream and it fell off the cone. And landed in the trolley, but it landed on one of the bags, and it was back of the day of plastic bags from the supermarket, so I was just able to, scoop it up, continued on my way. And then I told her about it like the next day in the canteen line at school. So I was like, oh, love, this happened. And she was like, classic. I don't know what actually I said or she said. But I remember I told her about it. And it was in the lunch line.
Green first lap, you're leading the race.
But it's interesting because, like, just how like, can I say, the class structure works when you get to high school. Because in primary school, I mean, we weren't best friends or anything, but there wasn't really like a class. There wasn't like a hierarchy is probably not really the right word, but there wasn't like a ranking. You didn't have a particular, social standing. It wasn't really a thing. But then when you get to high school, it changes. So I would say I was solidly mid-range. But this particular person, like, was promoted, upgraded. I don't know. She was like one of the cool people. And I was like, we sit next to each other, and now we don't. But anyway, she cut my hair the other day, so it was a great time. Went in for a perm, and she was like, oh, and she sassed me as well. Got sassed when I turned up.
I think you've hit them one too many times.
You're probably right, radio guy, but I can't get past him. That's why I've hit him one too many times. Don't sass me. Don't sass me, baby. Well, I got there, and she's like, have you just got out of bed? And I said, no. I'd been up for a little while already. And she was like, oh, just, looking a bit scruffy or sort of unkept or rough or whatever she said. I was like, well, I didn't want to, like, do my hair because you're going to cut it off. She's like, yeah. If I was a smooth operator, I'd have been like, well, how about we discuss this further? Over a Big Jack. Oh, I just died in your arms tonight. Must have been something you said. Then she's like, oh, your hair's really good to cut. It's great, you got great hair. And all that jazz. I was like, yeah. Absolutely. Right, how many? Oh, this is the last lap. Right, and there's the end of it. Well, that was a bit spicy in some parts there. This race. Cool. Rough and ready. Okay, yeah. Ooh, event, yeah. Team second. Ooh. So I wonder where that puts us in the teams championship then for this. We'd have to be leading the drivers. I've had a win and finish second. Level up 24. Is it too easy to go up a level in this? Like when we play Truck Sim, Euro Truck or American Truck, it seems like an absolute slog. Sometimes to go up a level, but Pro Trucks, Super Tourers, these are team names. I don't know, they're all the same though. Oh, TC2. Oh, are these like the things the other people... I don't know. Whatever. Don't sass me, baby. La da 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 da
And we're heading into the final round now, where it'll all be decided.
Stubby, sing it. Oh wow, that was a pretty track. Pretty, very pretty. Not as pretty as you, Matt. I assume, you know. I reckon you should put. I mean, if the RSL have got like a big telly, you should put me on there, and then you can watch me with all the other RSL patrons. Actually, no. They should watch on their own devices, so then I get the average views up. There you go. There's a rort for you. It is a bit narrow through here, isn't it? A bit spicy. Good way to kill a bandwidth. Well, wouldn't it be? There we go, left. Through the glitter. It's not glitter. Oh, explosions. Do you reckon they recharge those fireworks after every car's on a lap? So they've recharged, like some bloke has to recharge it 16 times, poor sod. Nice first place. Well, that was only qualifying. We've still got to do the race. But yeah.
And we're heading into the final round now.
Demon tweets.
Kristen, tell me what's
Did
gonna
you
happen.
turn
Alex, it's been a heat.
Babby mode on or something? Well, I think it is. It's on. There, better than losing. Well, I think it's on like a medium level, but then if you take it up the next one, it's ridiculous. So I thought, look, it's not on easy. It's on like middle or something or other. But I was like, heck. It doesn't matter if we win or lose, really. We're just here to hoon around. Of sorts. Heat. Yeah, NASCAR heat. It's just, yeah. I might have to see if I can pick that up. What's the new one? Heat Fav? I think Chase Elliott's on the cover. I used to have some of the EA NASCAR games on PS2 and PS3. Yeah. I remember, I think it was NASCAR 06. Had Elliott Sadler on the cover. Or was it NASCAR 07? Anyway. But I used to love the menu music because it was like metal to absolute redneck country to... Okay, just pretty much those two, but I think Breaking Benjamin was had a song on one of the loading screens. The Diary of Jane, if I remember correctly. Haven't played it yet.
Nice work on the first lap. You're in second place.
I obtained it by dubious means to see if it was any good. Was kind of disappointed. Let me get around this corner first. By Force Poor Performance, if it doesn't sell it, get it. Yeah, I think that's alright if it goes on sale again. The NASCAR games though, when they're on like a Steam sale, they're still, I would say, reasonably pricey. It's not a cheap game anyway. It's like $70, isn't it, or 60? So even if it's 50% off, that's still like $30. I mean, would I pay $30? I mean, I'd probably, if $30 was like the the retail. Yeah, could probably. Ooh. That was rough. This race is we're falling apart. We're falling apart. Here. Is that our little thing's gonna fly off? Is it? Anyway, we'll a final lap.
Get that lead. This is the final lap, my friend.
Do you reckon our pit guy's like a South African? Like, get that lead. Demon Tweets. That's not our teammate though. Oh, he's slipping it up the side for 92. Let's see if we can catch old Snoozer here out in front. And then round him up like a goose or some other poultry. Or waterfowl. Oh, that was... No, we're done. She's all over. I mean, it's... Oh, my. Oh, 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 oh. Come on, car. We've still got a driver's title to see if we can finish first in the driver's standings. Oh, that's our teammate. Let us past. Nick. I wish his name was Dick Trickle. Former NASCAR legend, of course, Dick Trickle. No, we're going to get past him. We're going to get past these two snoozers. No, we're going to hit Mario, though. Oh, what a drama that was. Wow. Yeah, 4's on sale for like $5. Wow. The next game I'm playing is Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I'm guessing 5 will do the same this winter. Yikes, you cracked the windshield. Whoa, yikes, yikes, yikes. Just catching up on the current events there. That's the last race, I think, in that particular collection of races. I will. What I'll do quickly is I'll just have a look at what the level is. What a disappointment. Oh well. That's all right, though. Look, bronze, solid. Trucks again. Trucks. Ooh, okay. We'll do this in just a mojo, though, because if I have a look at... Is it options? Gameplay? Difficulty. See, it's on medium. I'm sure I put it on hard, and it was ridiculous. It was ridiculously difficult. No, I don't want multiplayer. So I'll just keep it on mid-range. Look at the Datsun. That's cool. It is. I've not necessarily been reading much in there, but I'll click because I'll get a notification. I like to try and keep on top of them in regards to Discord. So I'll click on various chat and scroll through. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff happening in there. I mean, I've got some thoughts on it, but you know, I don't want a lot of drama. Indeed, yeah. I think everybody could agree on that, and I also think a lot of
And here we are for the first round, Kristen. How you feeling about this?
unnecessary
Alex, the opening race
drama.
is always something of
Could
a
I
comparison
suggest?
more than anything. Who is going in a bit nervy and
I think everybody just needs to calm down a little bit. I mean, not particularly. I'll just say I feel that one of the two candidates has conduct, I feel, has been quite appalling. We'll leave it at that. But I fear we may not necessarily have the same thoughts. I'm not really sure, but you know, I think it, yeah, crazy. Wow, this car sounds like a blender. She needs another gear. She's maxed out. In fifth. Ooh. Scandalous. I think Georgia are going to do a recount, I believe. But first of all, I've got to finish counting in the first place, and then, you know, go back. It doesn't sound like a blender. It sounds pretty rank, though. Sorry, it does sound like a blender, yeah. So it doesn't. Old blender. Old bender, yeah. He likes bending things.
And here we are for the first round, Kristen.
She had to stutters there just a little bit, the game.
Race, and I guess we will see.
See how there's a little bit of a oh yeah, we'll roll into it nicely. Futurama is such an underrated show. It is. It's pretty, I mean, it's pretty fun. Planet Express Couriers. Maybe old Bender. Philip J. Fry. South Park guy myself. I've not watched South Park for a very, very, very long time. It used to be on, I think it was Monday nights at like about 9 or 9:30 on SBS. I don't know if it still is. I don't think so. I'm not sure. Yeah, but I've not watched South Park for. Yeah, it was on SBS. Yeah. It's free to watch online now. Okay. Comedy Central. Good old City Walk. I used to be South Park Quads and a random anime. Let me guess the. Ooh. The pandemic episode was amazing. I remember there was an episode, I can't remember what happened, but I can't remember the context of it or what. Matt Damon was there and he was just like, Matt Damon, that's all he said. And there was another one, Bono was in it. Oh, because it was about the world's biggest poo, that one. And every time he entered the room, he was like, Bono, yeah, yeah, yeah. Classic. And the one where they got to Walmart was hilarious. Look, we're in the tunnel. It's like that bit in Batman with the Joker. When they're going under a monorail, aren't they? I don't think it's necessarily like an underground road tunnel. But, you know, Bono, yeah, yeah, yeah. World's biggest pew. More like the world's biggest few. Get it? Exidy Racing something. So like a battery brand. Oh, that reminds me, speaking of batteries. I need to get one ready for my device. They really, yeah. Yeah, I'll boom. I'll tell you something. Just give me a second. I just want to grab a battery. There you go. I'll tell you something. Yeah. With Matt saying about the old boom of government. Something that's I've just completely I don't know, satisfied with maybe is you know, candidates or you know, people coming up for Prime Minister, President, whatever, mostly being like 60 or 70. And for me, who's not that old, I'm a little bit like, if somebody who's 60, for example, their, I guess maybe thoughts, agenda, ideas, whatever, are surely going to be different, or mostly different from what policies, for example, things that I would want as a younger voter. And I mean, look, I would say yeah, I get that. And like, yeah, it's ridiculous and out of date. Absolutely. And I'll just say, I get really mad about it. Yeah. And I'll just say, look, like, two examples, for example, I'll sort of use in the context of an age bracket I would probably be more interested in is, like, I'll say Trudeau. Like, he's probably a lousy Prime Minister for Canada, okay, but he's not like 60. I think he's only just maybe 50 or his late 40s. And for me, I think as somebody, as a person to vote for, would probably be more appealing. And also, the same as in France, I mean, Macron's probably a lousy president, but he's only about like 41, 42. Like, he's not old. So just in that context, I mean, those two, like Macron and you know, Trudeau, probably not that, probably lousy. I know, you know, but France and Canada don't get a huge amount of coverage. But you know, they're not. You could probably say they're young-ish. Well, Macron, yeah, you could probably say he's a young leader. But you know, Trudeau, young-ish. I think he's only maybe 50, or he's like 48, 49. I think Macron's about maybe 41, 42. So just for the age though, that's a lot more appealing to me, as opposed to somebody who's you know, say 60, 65. However, that said, I think, and I most definitely be guilty of not doing this, but I think probably next time we've got to cast our ballots here in Oz Vegas. I think I'm probably going to compare policies on areas that that are probably going to be more well, I guess I'm going to be more. That are going to be more. What's the word? That are going to matter more to me moving. Well, currently, I guess moving forward. So what's the Liberals' policy on healthcare, and how's that compared to Labor's exactly? I think it's ridiculous how many terms Angela Merkel has gotten in Germany. Yeah, I think she's going to retire after this one, but she's been their chancellor since about 2005-06. She's been their chief for a long time.
Says goodbye to another day, but we say hello to another night of racing. Kristen? Okay, it looks like the race is about to start.
La, 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 la. Right, let's go in the rain. She's becoming a furor. I in some context is I think having really it depends, of course. There's many factors, but of course in some aspects I do think having maybe the one particular government for a decent period can be beneficial. It's nice, stable, leadership, for example. Unlike sort of here, for example, even though we've had the Liberals for 10 years now, we've had 3 prime ministers. That's not particularly great, I don't think. Same with old Vlad, yeah. Russia needs a change. Yeah, yes. I mean, there is examples of, I think probably Russia do need a change, but it's interesting. It's sort of maybe a little bit of a double-edged sword. I think it's good to maybe have some stable, solid government for a decent period, but then there is a point where it is time for a bit of a new think on things, or a rejig. I think that's probably how it was when old Johnny Howard got voted out. He'd been Prime Minister, I think, for about 11 years, which is good, solid stuff, or stable government. But I think it was sort of, at the time, somebody different, somebody else's turn, as it were. Now the Chinese president is part of a one-party state. Yeah, can't Xi be like prime? What is he? Is he the prime? Is it prime minister or whatever he is? The main dude for like ever. I'll put it this way: the Liberals seem to have things under control. But down in Victoria, oh boy. Yes, Minister. I'll say I do feel I'll just say Dan Andrews has been absolutely under the pump. Rightly or wrongly, it doesn't matter, but he's been absolutely under the hammer. I can't wait for you to run, Cam. I could vote for you. Well, this has turned into like a political commentary almost, but slightly a coy one of sorts. Things like Starlink helping.
And we're heading into the final round now.
Government school.
Paul
Either be reformed or go into collapse. Interesting. You love the Starlink, Goldie. Have you invested in Starlink? You love it. Oh, crumbs. Oh, anyway, it doesn't matter. I just realised I've gone straight into the race. We haven't done a qualifying, but that doesn't matter. Apparently we're going to start 11th. I absolutely love how the concept of low price internet, no matter where you are. Yeah, makes sense. Because of how global things are. I mean, maybe then when Starlink gets up and running, I can live on a boat. I can just have that. I can just gently float around, fight pirates and the Coast Guard. This guy going to let me onto the track? What a jerk. Ingun Poulsen. It's in beta now. Gotta get better, get better. Gotta get better, get better. Gotta get better, get better, get better. Let's go. So the telcos can. Whoa!
Going into lap 2.
Is that car there flipped? Wild. Geez, I'll have to sell me shares in Telstra. I don't, but I have to buy some first. Ooh. Let's start a telco. A global telco. Okay. And we'll call it Global T. Okay, Global T. So you can sign up to Global T, and no data charges or any of that extra stuff when you're on, what did I call it? Global T, regardless of where you go. So if you're an avid traveller, get Global T, and you can use your mobile anywhere.
Final lap. Aim to break
With
into
no
the top
issues in regards to data or like overseas charges or anything like that. If we got a business case, let's do it. Goldie's the tycoon, so he can kick us off. I'll be like, I don't know what I'll do. Something. Do a keynote about it. And Matt can start hitting the corners, selling it for us. Global T. We'll start lodging some paperwork to get a satellite. Will be global satellite telecommunications. Oh, come on, car. Go, baby. Oh, yeah. Powerhouse is the big Datsun. Yeah, I would do that. There's Dogwood Plummet. Yeah. Here's about 12. It's not a terrible 50% of the world is connected to broadband. Yeah. People are all about speed. I mean, first goal with Global T is obviously to get it to work. And then we'll figure out, I would love Gigabit for the same price as the $120.50 I have right now. If you don't mind, Matt, who are you with? Are you with Telstra, or are you with like iiNet or one of TPG or somebody? I saw an ad the other day for have NBN 100. iiNet. Okay, cool. Yeah, I saw an ad the other day for Dodo, and I was like, "Is Dodo still a thing?" And I'm only getting the speed go. Yeah, right. Classic. Half. Yeah. But good. Yeah, they were good in like 2004. Yeah, 2003. Dodo, internet that flies. I remember those ads. They were actually quite catchy. Connect yourself with Dodo.
How you feeling about this one?
The opening race, and
The opening race, Governor. Yeah, good old Dodo. Dodo, internet that flies. Connect yourself with Dodo. 2 megabits unlimited, yeah. For like $1,000 a month, probably. When you Dodo. When you work for VIA. Exactly, yeah. 20 megabits a download with Dodo. Connect yourself with Dodo. I wonder what you can get these days with. I'm gonna have to look it up. See what you can get these days with Dodo. If you could step back in time, if you could find a way. Ooh, that was savage. La, da, da, da. La, da, da. Up, up, up. Ba, da, da. La, da, 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 da. Think about it for a second. Probably, but Optus had high-speed wireless, but I wasn't able to get it. What we've got instead of ADSL2 because ADSL, but yeah, would prefer to 4G, which can get like 400 megabits a second. Yeah, right. Yes, Goldie. That is, you know,
opening race, and I guess we will see it.
20 years ago.
This is about to start.
Well, we really even 10 years ago, what's happening? Well, what we're doing now would have been, you know, a bit more difficult. Still could have been able to do it, but the ease, as it were, probably not so. It's a beautiful thing. Correction 100. Wild. Absolutely, you don't have. Oh, that I don't have. Do you reckon the RSL runs ADSL too? No, they probably have dial-up. The Wi-Fi. Classy. Classy RSL, eh? Oops. Get a 4X while you're there too. So, 4X, thanks, Skip. And they're like, oh, yeah, oh, nah, yeah. Have it on tap. Beer on tap, I think, is the best. Ooh, some snooze has just gone past. Anybody out there want to buy a vehicle? I'm trying to sell one, and I've had 5 messages on it, and they've all gone nowhere. I already listed it Thursday, so... Was it Thursday? Yes, I put it on Gumtree Thursday, so it's only been on there all day yesterday, all day today, and half of Thursday, so 2.5 days. Sorry, I don't drive. It doesn't matter, you can buy a vehicle though. What's the shipping cost? More than what it's worth, I would suggest. More than what it's worth. I mean, I've listed it for more than what it's probably... Yeah, I'd say I've listed it for more than what it's worth. Just so I've got wiggle room on negotiations. Ooh, my. 6 grand. 22,000 maybe. I mean, if you want to buy the vehicle off me for that much, I'd buy that, sure. Actually, I think now this is going back a long time ago now, but our neighbour, he used to be an engineer, and somebody at his firm bought a Mustang from the United States somewhere. I think California. Anyway, I believe it cost them about $10,000 to get the car here. So we'll use that. We'll just assume it'll cost you $10,000 to get a vehicle over to NYC there, Goldstein. Get a new car for that, yeah, well. Ooh. Where's the what? Oh, West Coast. Cost 2. Need to ship a car from Perth to New York. Had to ship, I bet, yeah. Oh! I actually even considered buying a car from Perth, but to get it across the country, and to me, it was ludicrous. I mean, you could fly there and drive it home, but it'd take you like probably 3 to 4 days to drive from Perth to Melbourne. If you went down that route. So you could buy a car and you're immediately doing like, racking up like 3,000 Ks on it. Run it in. Well, that was a disaster, wasn't it? That last corner there, but oh well. 52 hours from LA to New York, okay. But I assume there's like a decent road from Los Angeles to New York. Whereas when you get into like the outback, she's rough. It's like a 2-lane ensemble. But traffic, oh, I can imagine. I don't know how. I wonder. In the case of, say, for me, for example, getting a car from, we'll say, across the country, Perth to Melbourne. There's a train, passenger train. I don't know if you could put your car on that and train it across. That'd probably cost. Nah, it'd cost you a bit. Slog it out and drive and stop at seedy road stops. Stop at seedy truck stops, or your population is the size of a city in the US. Yeah, that's absolutely true. I think in regards to like actual size of the country, as in land's area, I mean, I don't think difference is really that much. But nobody lives here. It's mostly the same, yeah. That's why it takes. That's why post is not great. Or like, you know, you can get your overnight shipping on Amazon, but they don't have that sort of infrastructure here because I guess it's not really warranted. La da 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 da. I'm a bit lost as to where I am on the circuit here. Glad I've got the racing line on, at least in the corners, because we're doing the this is the track backwards. Okay, I know where I am, I think. Now? Or do I? This is... Yep. And it's raining as well. Ugh. Okay, Sydney to Perth, same from LA to New York. Brisbane to Melbourne is the same as Washington DC to Miami. Okay. And in that context, I would say New York is Sydney and LA is Perth, matching up the states, the cities here. Miami would be Brisbane, and Washington DC would probably be Melbourne in that context. Brisbane is Miami. Well, they call it Bris Vegas. So, yep, you got it. I probably live in, like, Maine. Wait, no, Maine's a state. I don't know. Darwin would probably be Detroit. I would suggest. Hobart would probably be Chicago. What would Adelaide be? Boston, maybe? Adelaide could be Boston. Australia, so it's upside down main works. Of course. Alice Springs is either Phoenix or Las Vegas. Oh. probably Phoenix. If I had a casino, I'd say Vegas, but I don't think they've got a casino in Alice Springs. I've never been there, and I probably would never go there, if I'm honest. Because it's hot and disgusting.
Good
Same
start.
as the Northern Territory in general. Well, the southern states, Perth gets hot over there, like gets hot in Adelaide. Northern Territory gets hot. Yeah, Australian cities to US cities. Tell us, Matt. Cairns would probably be... I don't know what Cairns isn't very big, but it's North Queensland, so it's probably like, you know, redneck area, like Charlotte, and then Toowoomba. What's the city that's sort of like a harbour or like a shipping sort of town? Sort of a bit blue-collary. Adelaide, Salt Lake City. Boston, yeah. I was about to say, I don't know, because in, not where I live, but in my state, well, there's a town called Burnie, and that's like a sort of a working town, I guess you could say, where quite a few of the freight ships come in. They've got a decent-sized harbour, port area, so they'd probably be a bit more blue-collary, like, I don't know. I always imagine like Denver being like a blue-collary sort of town, city, simply because of the name. It sounds very sort of like Denver, you know, we used to make steel here in 1843, sort of thing.
Last lap, so hold the lead through to the end now.
I know, but Denver's probably like pretty white-collar, like city for accountants maybe, I don't know. Whoa. What would Darwin be? Well, I thought maybe Detroit, but because it's a bit rough. Maybe Darwin could be Boston. I assume they have. I assume they're a bit of a harbour town. Like Darwin's a harbour. It's on the sea. But I mean, like most of the towns are sea-ish or coastal-esque here, if I'm honest. Like, not really any of the major, well, any of the capital cities are like inland. They're all water towns, sea towns. Maybe Houston, maybe, or Dallas. And the Ewings, you know, good old JR. I don't know. Maybe it could be as simple as like just matching the city in order of when they were founded. So I think Sydney's the oldest city in the country. And then my town's third in that line. And then I think our capital is the second oldest city in the country. But we're sort of like, here on the island, I mean, do we really have cities? We just have like big towns. You could probably say. Because it's like, you don't say, oh, going to a city, it's like going to town. So like big towns. Big town, small city. Canberra's Washington. Yeah, Canberra's the capital. So that would be Washington. And Canberra, of course, isn't the ACT is a territory, not a state. So, doesn't DC stand for like District of Columbia or something? Or did I completely make that up? Because it's interesting, you've got Washington DC and you've got Washington State. Yeah. So, on the flag, is Washington DC represented by a star because it's not a state?
We're heading into the final round now, where it'll all be
It
decided.
probably is.
Kristen, tell me what's
It's
gonna happen.
an interesting thought. It's probably a really poor thought, but I think we might do this race and I might wrap it up, folks. It'll probably be about 10 o'clock when I finish this, so... Oh, this sunlight glares vulgar. Whoop. I love how many things in Australia are named after Captain Cook or Darwin. Yep. In the United States, everything's named after George Washington and Christopher Columbus. Well, in Queensland, there is a town called Cooktown. So, but a lot of names of towns and places here are named after places in England. Oh, we get disqualified. Okay, then. Like, yeah, I found it actually, it was really interesting when I was in Dublin. When I was in Dublin, the major sort of river that runs through the city is called the Liffey River. And there's one of them in my state, Liffey River. So I was like, it's the Liffey. Which was interesting.
Looking at the standings and the pace.
And like towns, they have some towns that are like spelt the same, but the way they pronounce them in England is different, which is interesting, I will say. Oh, well, we both live in England down places. Yeah, well, that's exactly. Oh, mate. So that makes sense. Those Anglo-Saxons. Oh, Patrick Callahan Jr. Oh, PCJ, me mate, PCJ. And he's just eased me off the circuit there. Scoundrel. This is going to be a disaster, this race, I think. We need to start taking a few more risks. Because it's only a short race, this. These laps are only short. Let's dive him. Let's dive Patrick Callahan Jr. I love saying that. Just a little bit too much. LPCJ. Oh, John Magnusson, Robert Sanchez. Oh, Rob San.
We're on the last lap. Let's make up some ground.
Oh, that name of the driver in front of me, I'm not going to try and pronounce that. I'd make an absolute dog's goulash of it. Oh, come on, Otto Linna. He must be like Scandinavian, surely, from Finland, maybe Norway. Right, can we get past old Charming? I reckon we probably could. Yeah. Cool. Beautiful. Superb. Excellent. Not because you have a lot of towns named after random English people. We do, yes. Indeed. So we finished third. Superb. Well, yeah, no, the old Poms did found us and, well, turned up. And same with the US, yeah. Well, you had even had a war with them. We were just like, yeah, send the Queen over. You know, every now and then. Same with, the US, yeah. Awesome. It's 2 races, that. Anyway, look. We've gone all right. We finished first. Actually, no, we didn't. We finished that. Finished third. We won that championship. Then we finished second. We've had a productive time here on Grid. So next time we'll do the little F4. And then we'll get into the Super Tourers City Cup. And start going down the rows again. So I hope you can join me for that. It's just a couple of minutes to 10. So I'm going to just going to wrap it up. You guys wanted your independence in English. Well, like, okay, now you can go crazy. Yeah, it's not particularly an issue. I think if you want to we want to be I don't know what's the word. Oh, sovereign nation's not really the word. I mean, they don't like to say we're part of the crown. It doesn't really mean anything, really. They don't really have any. I mean, I'm sure there are particular powers that Her Majesty could invoke, but really these days the crown is just of a royal family, just a little bit of a symbol. They don't really govern or make decisions, as it were, or anything like that, like, of course, they used to. So, anyway, everybody, thanks for coming by. I hope you've enjoyed a little bit of Grid tonight. Take your mind off various things that are happening, that may be happening in your neck of the woods. And Wednesday, what are we playing Wednesday? Euro Truck Simulator. So I'll be back for a bit of Euro Truck Simulator action on Wednesday. So I hope you can join me for that. As always, I hope you, hope you had a, not a bad time. I hope you enjoy your day over there, Goldie. Going over treat yourself to an egg and bacon roll or something. And, everybody, thanks for coming by. And, I'll catch you next time.